Alright, so this is going to be another video. I'm just walking here, but this is going to be in spiritual warfare. It's going to be about the leeches, okay? Now, this is going to help you in the spiritual warfare about it is they're leeches, right? There's words for them. I call them leeches, but they're called succubuses or Jezebel spirits, or they are the spirit of lust, right? And when you are a man or woman and you are hooking up all the time, or you are addicted to the prawn and you have these problems, right? And you're hooking up with all these different partners, you're feeding the leeches, right? You're feeding them your energy and life essence, right? Think about it. What is the single most important thing that demons feed on in spiritual war, right? What is it? Energy. Your energy. When you release, it feeds on your energy. When it's outside of marriage, when it's not within the covenant bonds of marriage, you are feeding the leeches in the demon realm. And they are waiting, savoring every drop that you waste. Every time you release to these things, you're giving them energy, you're feeding them, you're gorging them. They're getting fatter and fatter off of your energy, and you're getting weaker and weaker, right? You see, that's why you'll notice when you go on semen retention, right? It's spiritual, right? And you gain this energy, right? That's why people notice you. That's why women do. Because there's something different about this guy. He's not chasing. He's not lusting after all these women. What makes him so different? And that attracts them, right? You're also saving yourself. You're not releasing. You're storing your energy up. You're motivated. You're driven. You're seeking God and His kingdom. And that's attractive because you're driven. You have a goal. Most guys aren't. They're chasing, the booty shorts. They're chasing the women at the gym. Because they're just looking for the next hookup. They're going to the bars or downloading the apps because they're looking for that hookup. But in reality, you're just feeding the spiritual leeches that have you. Okay? The leeches have you. And it's very spiritual. And it's in the spiritual war. And they are assigned to you. And the more you release, and if you even sleep with people, right? They think it's harmless. It's not. You're making soul ties. You're bonding yourself to them in the spirit world. You're saying, this is my partner, right? It's very sacred. There's a sacredness to it. There's a spiritual merging of souls when you're intimate. That's why God said it was only good to be in marriage and do this, because there is a bonding of souls. And the more people you sleep with, the more soul ties you make. As you release this energy, you attract more and more demons. You attract more and more leeches, and soon they're leeching off you. So while you're sitting there alone in your room, watching, this guy pound this chicken just going at it, and you're watching these two people, and you release, you think you're alone and it's harmless, but you've got leeches. Little spiritual leeches, demons that are waiting. And the minute you release the energy, they're gobbling it right up. They're gulping it down, and they're devouring it, and they're like, yes, energy. They love it. That's why when you become addiction, they say it's spirit of addiction, right? Because that's what it is. It's a spirit. It's a Jezebel spirit. It's a succubus. It's whatever you want to call it. It's twisted and evil and feeds on you and your energy. That's why in spiritual warfare, you have to be very, very careful. Because as you proceed down this road of SR, and you take more and more steps into the spiritual world, you're attacked. I have a YouTube channel, right? I'm advancing the kingdom of God, right? I'm sharing videos. I'm sharing my experience and knowledge of stuff I've gone through. I'm trying to help other people. I'm spiritually attacked. The enemy doesn't like me. Am I tempted? Oh, you bet. The temptations are there every day, because I had a 27-year addiction to prawn, right? So that is always there. And being a single guy, I'm a single entire life, but last 6 years I've really been following God and, going down this SR road. And man, it changes when you're on it. The just temptation to just want to go out. And even now in the summer, man, brothers and sisters, it gets harder because there are women that are around at the gym and even in, town that they're not leaving too much to the imagination, right? They're in very, short apparel. I mean, the guys know what I'm talking about. When you go to a gym, you've got freaking tight booty shorts and these, gym pants, and you've got these really short tank tops and stuff. And most of the women, they ain't wearing a bra and stuff, because they're just doing that, because they're putting themselves, because they crave that attention, right? That's how they get you. And as a man, if you're not disciplined and you're not seeking first God's kingdom and you're just looking for the next big thing, then you're going to hook up, right? And you have to be careful with lust. You have to run from it, right? You can't just tempt and tease it, okay? You can't just be alone with a woman, right? Because you can't contain yourself. Even if it's your girlfriend, you shouldn't be alone with her, because you're going to do something with her and you're both going to give in, and it's not going to be good. Like, you will. I don't care who you are. You can go over to someone's house, like a woman, and you aren't just going to talk to her, right? She's got them, shorts on. She's like, oh, you can come sit by me on the couch. A lot of people call it Netflix and chill, right? Oh, yeah. But it's just a hookup, right? And you're just, pumping, dumping, but also you're just forming soul ties with these people, right? And in the spiritual world, the demons are like, yes, and some of these women, if they're not born again, then they are possessed of the Jezebel spirit, and they are trying to get you to release so they can feed on the energy, that gratification. And a lot of them are possessed of demons. And it's the demons in them that feed on this energy that you release when you hook up with them, right? And it says to be satisfied with the water from your own well. And it says not to spill it in the streets. I think that's in Proverbs somewhere. That means you should only be sharing yourself with your wife that you're married. And if you're not, married, you should be building yourself in your relationship with God and pursuing somebody to marry, right? You shouldn't be hooking up and going out, because you're just feeding the demons. You're releasing this energy, and these demons are just loving it. And when you release the prawn, you're doing the same thing. You're feeding them. You have to look at it as the world says it's okay, that it's natural to experiment. It's okay to release. Some doctors even lie and say it's healthy. They say, oh yeah, it's healthy for your prostate and all this stuff. It's all lies. It's lies from the enemy to keep you enslaved. Why is it free, right? Why is every other substance you have to pay for, right? But most prawn is free. Click, 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 free videos. Click, click, click. Age verification? That's a lie. You don't need age verification. Just click OK. Like, are you 18? Yup. Oh, you have access to whatever you want to see. Millions of videos. And you just go darker and darker with it, and darker. And you eventually get demons attached to you. And they push you to go deeper and deeper into the prawn, where some people end up in jail, right? And they get into the real twisted stuff. And they end up in prison. And most of these people don't realize it, but they are possessed of a demon. A demon latches onto you, and a demon pushes you to it. You see, the enemy is great. He doesn't come to you immediately. He offers it a little bit like he did back in Eden. What did he do? He made Eve start in her mind. He said, did God really say that? No, when you eat the fruit, you'll become like him. And he put that doubt in her head, and then she started questioning it. That's what he does when he tempts you to go to lust, or the prawn, right? He sends his little spiritual demon, and it's like, he's not going to come at you as a roaring dragon, right? Or a lion. Right? He's not going to come at you like that. He's going to come at you subtle and be like, you're really good, okay? Think of it this way. This is him talking, right? You know, you've been a few days on this streak, man. You're really something. You are so good. Look at you go. Yeah. And, you know, you deserve it. You deserve a little peek. You're strong now. You can resist it. You've overcome it. You're good. You know, you can dabble a bit. You can go talk to that girl. You can go spend time with her at her house. You're okay. You're controlled. You're disciplined. You're good. And then you keep getting these little tidbits in your head. And then before you know it, you're releasing. Either with her, or you're brought up the prawn on your phone and you're releasing. And you're feeding the demons and spirits, because the demons don't care. Right? The people that own these adult companies, they don't care about you. They just want your energy and your money, your time. That's all they care about. They don't care about you as a person. So you have to be willing to do that. Anyways, this has been a Voice in the Wilderness. Soldier, bond servant of Christ, signing off. Whenever you see this, a blessed day or night. Stay safe in these dark and crazy times. And I'll see you in the next one.